Welcome back in my banking application Capstone presentation part 2 for myself Abdul Karim Sayar. In this second video is all about database and API. Database description. The database used in this application is MongoDB, a NoSQL database known for its flexibility and scalability. MongoDB stores data in JSON-like JSON format, which allows for easy handling of complex and nested data structure. Data structure. The data structure in the MongoDB database is organized into collections, which are similar to table in traditional relational database. Each collection contains multiple documents, which are individual data records represented in JSON format. The data structure in the database is designed to accommodate the need of the application. It may include a collection for users, post, comment, and any other relevant entity. Each document within a collection holds the necessary field to represent the property of the correspondent entity. Data abstraction layer, or DAL. The data access layer, DAL, is a crucial component that provides a level of abstraction between the application business logic and the database. It serves as intermediary to handle the database interaction and allows the developer to interact with the database without directly dealing with the MongoDB specific query. The DAL located in helper/API/DAL.jsx contain functions and methods responsible for executing database query and data manipulation. It abstracts away the complexity of MongoDB interaction and provide a clean API for the rest of the application to use. This ensures the application business logic remain decoupled from the specific database implementation, promoting modularity and maintainability. API endpoints. The API endpoints are the URLs exposed by the server to handle incoming requests from the front end or external client. These endpoints are implemented as functions or methods in the /page/API directory. Each endpoint corresponds to specific action or operation that the API can perform. For example, page/API/user.js contain endpoint for user-related operation like registration, login, and profile retrieval. Second, page/API/post.js include endpoint for creating, updating, and retrieving posts. Each API endpoint often utilizes the handler wrapper, which allows the implementation of middleware function to perform tasks like authentication, request validation, or data pre-processing before passing the control to the endpoint itself. API documentation. API documentation is essential for any developer or external client who wish to interact with the API. It provides information about available endpoints, required parameter, expected response, and possible error. The API documentation can be created using tools like Swagger OpenAPI or Postman. These tools allow developer to define the API specification, including endpoint details, request and response scheme, authentication requirements, and example usage. API tools and protocol. The API was implemented using Next.js framework with React.js on the front end and Node.js for the server-side logic. MongoDB is used as the database. The API tools and protocol used in the application may a popular Node.js framework used to build the server-side logic and handle API, router, and middleware. bcrypt, a library used for hashing passwords securely before storing them in the database. JSON Web Token, used for implementing JSON Web Token to manage user authentication and authorization. Swagger, OpenAPI, or Postman to create API documentation and shares with the developer and external client. RESTful API, the application likely follow REST. Representational state transfer. Architecture for its API, design using HTTP method like GET, POST, PUT, DELETE, etc. to interact with the resource.